Welcome to the Indatrashpodcast, a variety podcast where we talk about sports, news, entertainment, culture, gaming, and pretty much anything else I feel like. I'm your host and worst best friend, Ramboss the Terrible, and the man to my right, who is always looking at the world through a glass half full, MikeEhle. What's going on, Mike? How you doing?
Chilling, man. It's been a while. Had a good week off.
Okay, let's go.
But we'll talk about it.
Respect. All right, cue the intro. All right, guys, so before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything, we would love for you guys to subscribe, comment, like, share, do all those things that will really help us out with the algorithm. We are trying to grow, so anything that you guys can do to help us out would be very, very, very much appreciated, all right? Thank you very, very much. So we hope you guys had a great 4th of July.
It's not even...
It has, I don't know, what is today anyway? It's like the 9th? The 9th?
9th?
It's the 9th. It's the 9th right now. So
yeah,
we're a little late. We're a little late to wishing you guys a good, happy 4th of July. Hopefully everybody still has all their fingers.
Damn. Fuck it.
And by the time this comes out, it's going to be like the middle of July.
Yeah, I guess it will be, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be way
So I hope
past.
you're still being safe out there.
Yep. Exactly. We hope you guys are still doing well. Considering. Oh, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys are still doing good. All right. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about what I wanted to actually talk about with you. So, Mike, there was this this lady, and I actually heard about this from the Joe Rogan podcast. And
true story?
This is a true story. It's an actual like scientific study, and he had a guest on named Michio Kaku. Right? Or Michio Kaku. You know who that is?
What's your name?
His name is Michio Kaku.
No.
Okay. So he's like a 75-year-old physicist, basically. He's a string theorist. Okay. So he's a theoretical physicist who the dude is an absolute genius, right? And the thing is with him, he talks about things in a very simple way, so people like you or I or Joe Rogan can understand them.
Yeah, I need to see who this guy is now. Shit.
Yeah, he's really, really good. And basically him and Joe were having a conversation about this lady who basically they put electrodes on her brain to stimulate her like pleasure sensors, right? So because she was always in pain, right? She had like this chronic pain disease. So in order to, bypass that pain, they would basically just to kind of to negate that. Exactly. So the problem was they gave her a button to control it, right? So anytime she was feeling pain, she was supposed to press this button. Yeah. But the thing is, she started pressing that button all the time because the pleasure is basically
masturbating.
Exactly. All the time. And she was doing it so much, dude, that she developed like an ulcer on her finger because she was pressing that button so much.
Oh, jeez.
That she was literally like she was physically hurting herself. And she like even ruined like the relationships with like her family and friends because she wouldn't do anything else. Dude, she wouldn't even like, she would just do it everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was
the whole family arguing during Christmas, man. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Just lay back on this
going ham. But did you hear about this?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever heard about this?
No.
Yeah. It was
I know they got like awesome toys that like couples will get, like they sell them at the adult stores that where the girl, I don't know what it's called, but she walks around with him. The guy, he has the buzzer and he can just buzz it. I heard about those toys. I never heard about no
I'm assuming it's
mine thing.
Yeah. This was like in her brain. Yeah, it was like wires implanted in her brain. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah,
but it's basically the same thing except she's controlling it herself. Yeah. And there's nothing inside her, it's nothing inside her goodies. It's all in her fucking head. Yeah. So I thought that was really funny.
Man,
and then they
started do that for guys. Man, shit, that'd be awesome.
I'm sure I don't know. That'd be messy.
That would be, yeah. Not only that, motherfucker would be like just so stressed out, man. Fuck this shit. You want to go to the bar? No, I'm just gonna sit in my room.
No,
man. Fuck this.
I just changed my batteries on this thing.
Exactly.
On the Switch.
I'm waiting for these new alkaline batteries coming.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be more powerful.
So they kept talking about this, right? And they ended up, or Michio Kaku ended up telling him a story about how they did this with mice, also, and to like. Basically, what they did with his mouse is they did the same thing. They put the electrodes on the mouse's brain to stimulate its sensor or its pleasure sensors, right? But the thing is, the mouse ended up dying of starvation because it wouldn't.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Jesus, that's dedication.
It died of starvation. Yeah, I was like, "What the?
Damn,
fuck?
that's dedication.
Crazy, right?" So, and then they also did it with a dolphin, and then the dolphin almost died. Dude, almost. But the dolphin almost ended up dying, but then it realized, wait a second, I need to take a break to get some food and to like sleep. But that's all it did was literally sleep, eat.
Barely sleep, barely eat.
Exactly. Go masturbate.
Always pleasuring. Yeah.
that was the whole thing with these things. I just thought it was hilarious.
Have you ever been to an adult hypnotist show?
Yes, I've actually been hypnotized.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I said, I think that shit's real, man.
Oh my god.
So here's I'm gonna tell you the story. All right. So I have a video of it, or I had a video of it. I don't still have it.
So Donko got it. He has to have it.
No, it was, dude. This was back when I was in college, the first time. Right. So this is back in like 2005, 6. Yeah. Right. Anyway. There was a hypnotist came to the campus. It was UAlbany. Huge auditorium, right? Probably hundreds of kids in there. And basically, I used to have this fucking blue hat. Like, it was just baby blue. And it made me stand out because I always had this baby blue hat on. Anyway, he was asking for volunteers. The hypnotist, right? Yeah. So my ass, I take my baby blue hat off and I'm fucking waving my baby blue hat. And he's like, you, baby blue hat. Exactly. So he calls me out, right? I'm blurry now. So anyway, but yeah, he calls me and he's like, you with the baby blue hat, come on stage. So I went on stage, right? Here's the thing. The next thing I really remember is him like basically telling us like, all right, relax, deep breaths, whatever, blah, 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 kind of walking us through the routine. And then I just felt like I was sleepy. Like I just felt like I was sleepy and it was kind of like drugged up a little bit. Yeah. But I didn't feel anything weird was going on, right? But then the next day or whatever, like my buddy's like showing me a video of like, he was like, what the fuck was going on? Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he shows me this video, dude. There were people. So apparently he got me to the point that he put me back in the crowd, right? And anytime somebody would like, not anybody, but anytime like one of my specific friends in my group that was around me would snap his fingers, I would jump up in the crowd and scream, I'm Batman.
Max, what do you want for dinner?
Justice. That's what I'm talking. Not Nick Flame, but Batman.
No. Yeah. So I would scream, I'm Batman. So I did that like a whole bunch of times. And the weird part about it is that in the video, somebody was behind me, right? That wasn't my friend. And they snapped their fingers and I didn't fucking react to it. It was only when my one friend would snap his fingers that I would fucking react.
Damn.
Yeah, that was the really weird part. It wasn't the fact that like, that part tripped me out. Like whatever, I was hypnotized, sure, whatever. Yeah. But it was only reacting to the one person, and I couldn't see either my friend or this other person who were snapping. But I was only reacting to the one person snapping. Yeah. But so it was fucking weird. And then it was funny because throughout that whole year, like whoever was at that show would like see me throughout campus later, and they'd be like, "Hey, it's Batman." So I was like Batman that whole year. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I went to adult one with a couple friends, and one of my friends, she volunteered, and so when she went up on stage after show keeps on going, he's like, all right, now I just want y'all to go out there, go earn some money. So they went out and give lap dances, and people were actually tipping them. And so at the end of the show, the dude, I guess he did something. I guess just okay, everything's back to normal. And then so my buddy, the one that was with the girl, he was like, hey man, he's like, so you gonna pay for my drink? She's like, yeah, but I ain't got no money. He's like, no, check your bra. She's like, where the fuck did I get all this money from? She's like, you were lap dancing and shit. She don't remember nothing. We're like, what do you remember? She's like, I was just tired. I just wanted to sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels like you're just sleepy.
Yeah, so my ex, she did it when I was stationed in Japan. And she didn't last the whole show because he did the things, okay, you guys are cold. So they were freezing on stage. Once she got cold, she's like, nope, I can't concentrate on nothing else. So the dude was like, okay, you can go back to your seat. And the whole time she was back at the seat, she's like, it's just so cold in here. It's just so cold in here. Yeah. But yeah, hers wasn't that strong because I guess, because I guess you got to be in a deep sleep or something. But once, she got that freezing, yeah, she didn't like it no more. Her body was like, nope.
I'm out.
Yep, let's get up. Let's wake up. This is enough.
Dude, that's
But no, I've been thinking like, damn, that shit should be real.
I think it's real because of my experience with it.
Man, I got to go to another one, man, because them shit, like, I ain't never going to do it. I know that much.
I mean, it's, I don't know. I did it mostly because of peer pressure or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of...
I think I'll get up there and just probably say some random fucking stupid shit and get me incriminated.
Yeah. I mean, there was other shit that they had us doing, like, on stage or whatever, too. I remember they were, like, I don't know. They were asking us questions and shit like that, and we were just, like, I don't know, just... And, like, they were making us do... Or at least seeing how we'd react to different questions and shit like that. And it was entertaining for the audience. Like, they seemed to be fucking enjoying it. I don't really remember any of it other than what I was showing.
I guess that does suck when you're the one being hypnotized. You don't get to enjoy the show.
Yeah, no. There was no real show for me. It was basically just a very tired memory.
Yeah, exactly.
That was basically it. But yeah, so that was it. And I actually met a friend of mine from back during that show. And it was kind of funny because this
snapped his fingers.
No, this is somebody else. So this guy is the epitome of like the brainless jock, right? He was just tall, fucking super ripped, like fucking all the girls loved him, but he was as dumb as a fucking jar of mayonnaise.
That's
right.
I'm talking about.
So there was a class we were in together, and I didn't know the kid at the time, but basically we were introducing ourselves to like the class, and the professor was like, all right, hey, I want you to use alliteration with your name to, basically introduce yourself and kind of make it a little fun thing for everybody, right? So there was like a girl, and he was like, oh, my name is Mighty Melissa, or something like that. And then my turn came around, and I was like, oh, my name's Neat Nick, right? And then his shit rolled up, and he was like, I'm Smooth Mike.
Close enough.
Yep. So
almost got it. You're just so close.
So fucking.
That's pretty smooth. That's pretty smooth.
Everybody in that class called him Smooth Mike forever. It was like, hey, it's Smooth Mike.
Did he realize what he did? Did he realize what he did?
He was so proud of him. No, he had no idea. He was just so proud of himself, like he did the right thing. Like he was like, oh, I got a good nickname. He was, I'm Smooth Mike.
The hoes are gonna love this.
Yep. So, yeah, and it was funny because Smooth Mike would always call me Batman. So, like that was, I guess he was in the audience.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit, Batman. I'm like, hey, Smooth Mike. Yep. Good times. Good times. Yeah. So hypnotism may or may not be real. At least to me, I think it's real.
I think it's real.
And they were saying some shit too. They were like, "Oh, you only get hypnotized if you have a weak mind," And I was like, "A weak mind? Am I just weak minded?"
Hey, I was just thinking about the hypnotized. You go into deep sleep. My apnea would be acting up. Like, bro, you got to go. You got to go.
You're just sitting in the crowd like,
is he high? Is he dying? Hopefully the dude was like, let's get the hypnotist back. Let's get rid of it. You don't have sleep apnea no more. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
that would be really, really helpful. Like if that was true, they could just cure that shit. Like you can breathe. You're like, oh shit,
I can breathe.
Yeah, I know there's hypnotherapists
for smoking.
What do you mean for smoking?
Like they'll help people quit smoking.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that they talk to people in therapy to like kind of talk out repressed memories and shit like that. You know?
Yeah. So I think they do. I think they use hypnotism for smoking. I want to say they do.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, people are willing to try anything to stop smoking. So
that's true too. Yeah.
I could definitely see that. But I know that there was like some I don't know if it's necessarily an ethical problem with hypnotism, but it was basically like they said, at least some people were saying that it wasn't actually like it wasn't repeatable in the lab, right? So they found out that like the hypnotists were actually like influencing the memories of the people who they were trying to help, like kind of guiding them through a memory. Like they were the therapists were subconsciously kind of telling them what to say, you know?
Lead them into the damn story.
Exactly, leading them to their pre-made conclusions.
Yeah.
So,
hey, you're finally awake.
It was like, yeah, that's a little sketchy. Like, how reliable is it? The stuff that you're actually like coming out of your mind, you know? And plus, like, would you ever want to do some shit like that? Like, if somebody was like, "Hey, man, let's go see what's like deep repressed memories you have." Like, would you want?
I don't know, not that, but man, one thing I was like, man, I thought about doing some tarot reading just to see what they say.
Oh, tarot, yeah, tarot cards. Well, you're in whatchamacallit, in fucking Louisiana, don't they have? I'm sure
Voodoo
down
Capital?
in the fucking. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, don't they do all that type of?
Man,
shit
we
down
got
there,
one
or?
over the bridge, and I don't know how it's been staying in business, but that thing's been there since I've been living here. And I never see nobody. I remember one time we went to, we were in California, and one of those readers, they're like, "Hey man, let me do a reading." I said, "No." I said, "You would have known I was going to say no if you were a good fucking reader." And they're like, "Bro, you're a fucking asshole." You should know who to ask. You know?
Exactly. You're going to let me read your future. Like, you're right. I am. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Like, why do they even bother asking you?
Yeah, why are you asking? You should know. I'm not gonna do it.
Just sit there and fucking wait. Actually, a friend of mine, she got big into. You might have known her on the ship. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to like embarrass her if she, has friends listening or whatnot, or if that's something she wants people to know. But yeah, she got big into the tarot cards and things like that. And she was doing that for a while. She also did a bunch of other like kind of interesting stuff. She was like tarot reader, and then I know she was like summoning demons or something at some point.
Oh no shit! Yeah.
Yeah, she was doing
Ouija board type shit, or
yeah, exactly. Like, but it wasn't Ouija board. It was like other. She was basically making deals with demons, and she was saying that like the demons don't actually like people have the wrong idea about fucking summoning demons, like. She's like, everybody thinks that a demon just wants to possess you and fucking like, do evil things. And
they just want help. That's all they want.
She's like, well, she was saying that the demons, like, all they want is to feel what it feels like to be human, right? So you can make a deal with the demon and just let the demon like feel your emotions, right? You can make a deal saying, okay, you can feel what it feels like, but you can't possess me, kind of deal. And then the demon will be like, okay, well, I'm going to help you get this new job, right? Or something like that. Or some shit like that, whatever the fucking deal is.
No shit.
And,
I never heard that.
Yeah, so
that's
that was what she was saying. She was like, yeah, people have the wrong impression over these summoning demons. And I was like, yep, I'm not fucking with any of that stuff.
Yeah,
good on you. Good with your demon deals, but I'm going to be over in the other room.
Demon getting my body up, bro. I want out. This shit is not cool.
Demon's like, I can't fucking breathe.
Yeah, this shit is not cool. I'm damn near dying in this body. My fucking joints hurt. Fucking this shit ain't fun.
I'd be like, why does my back always hurt?
Yeah, I know, right? My
fucking knees are inflamed.
Fucking got a drinking problem now.
Yep. Oh, I don't think I'd ever feel bad for a demon.
They ain't ready.
Exactly. But yeah, so I don't know. I thought that was kind of a interesting thing. I have like some weird shit happen to me as a kid. I ever tell you my Ouija board story?
The one about with your mother.
Yeah. All right. So basically, it's been a long time, so I'll go ahead and tell it. I'll refresh it.
Yeah, that might have been the last episode, the last podcast.
Dude, that was the last fucking. That was in the old podcast, like at the beginning of the old podcast. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, so how this whole thing was. So basically, I was a young teenage kid, right?
Really?
I had at one point.
I thought you just came out the womb looking like this.
just like this. Yeah.
I'm here.
My mom made a deal with a demon. She wanted a full-grown man already.
Yeah, I want to see what he looks like
This is
grown
what it
up.
was.
So, I'm here.
I just crawled out like this, covered in goo. But yeah, anyway, so I was a teenage kid, and I had some friends in high school who we used to get. I'm sure you probably had this too. You used to get like a sheet of paper with everybody's phone number on it, right, in your class. So that way, you had everybody's phone numbers. If
you miss a homework assignment, whatever
the fucking reason is. But we all had cell phones and shit too. But we were still kind of in that transition period of cell phone, analog and digital, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have that. But okay.
Well, we did. But anyway, so these two girls ended up calling my house phone, right? And they were together, like whatever. And they called me, and they were like, "Hey, listen, we're using a Ouija board, and your name just came up." And I was like, "What do you mean my name came up?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're talking to someone, and they just said that your name is who they wanted to talk to. So we called you." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's crazy.
Yeah. So here's the thing. That was crazy in and of itself, right? But the weird part was the questions that they were.
If you really want to holler at me, I mean, you ain't got to play these little games.
You don't have to talk to the fucking demons. Yeah. Just come and say what's up to your boy.
You call me over. I mean, you can summon me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like a 14-year-old kid. I'm down.
Exactly. I don't need no mind stimulation shit. I don't need
exactly. Like, you want me over there? Yes, I will
done.
be there. Yeah. But anyway, so they call me, right? And they're like, "Yeah, this person on here is wanting to talk to you." And I was like, "Well, what's its name? Like, what is the name that's coming up?" And they told me my mother's name, like my biological mom's name.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. My biological mother, she's literally the only person I've ever heard of with the name that she has, right?
Yeah.
And they told me my mother's name. And these weren't like my best friends.
I'm about to say, there's no way they can get this name.
No. No fucking way. Nobody, I've never met anybody with this name, ever. And they told me her name. So I was like fucking shook, dude. Like literally, like goosebumps, the chill went down my spine, scared. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. And
then they were like, "Do you want us to keep talking?" And I was like, let's keep going here. Like, my mom passed away when I was like 5 years old, right? Yeah. I was very young. So I was like, yeah, keep going. So they started asking more questions. "Hey, how old were you when you passed away?" And then they fucking told me the answer. And I was like, this is crazy. And they were right. And then they were like, the question that threw me off, though, was, "What is your favorite food?" Right? And then she, or I say she, but the person on the other side just responded with corn, right? Yeah. And I was like, corn? What the fuck? So I just was like, whatever. I don't know what the hell that is. Corn.
Yeah.
Right?
Corn is good, though.
It is good. Whoever was answering is good. But it was... The weird thing about the corn thing was after I got done with this conversation, right, a couple days later, I was talking to a cousin of mine who's significantly older than I am, who was friends with my mom as they were growing up, right? So they were, related, but they were the same age.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, "Hey, man, do you remember, like, if you could say what was my mom's favorite food, what would you say it was?" And he said, "Oh, popcorn." He said she was always eating, he said popcorn. She was always eating fucking popcorn. That was like her favorite fucking snack. And I was like, that is goddamn crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah. And then, so just to finish off the conversation, at this point, dude, when like they were giving me all these answers and shit like this, I was already like fucking worked up. Like I was getting worked up, but again, I was on my house phone. House phones we weren't on like FaceTime or nothing like that. It was literally just phone to phone. And the girls were like, "Hey, it's saying something right now. And it's saying, don't cry, hug, hug." Dude, I was tearing at that point, but they couldn't see me. They couldn't see me. Like I was on the phone. Yeah. And I wasn't like sobbing. I was just tearing because this is a fucking emotional thing, And they were like, "Don't cry, hug, hug." And I was like, I gotta go. And I fucking hung up.
Yeah, damn, no shit.
Yeah. That was my Ouija story.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's people out there who don't believe in spirits, who don't believe in ghosts, who don't believe in any of that shit. But man, there is no way for these two random ass girls, just classmates, not super close friends or anything like that, to know this information about me, and my mom, who passed away when I was 5, in a completely different state. You know, like, there's no way for them to know this information.
Yeah, especially with the damn popcorn.
Right. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Corn. Yeah.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
So, yeah,
because
that's what
nobody
I'm saying.
would say their favorite food is corn. Nobody would say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like a 14-year-old kid is not thinking corn is your favorite food. So like those girls thinking that, yeah, she says corn.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play your little game.
That was. And then here was another thing. This is another thing that threw me off about the conversation. So around that time, I had found out recently that that I am not a
bastard child.
I kind of am a bastard.
Your house
child,
of stars.
So basically, this ties into the fact that I have 3 dads, right? So let me just explain that real quick. My whole 3 dad story is, so I have the guy who thought he was my dad when I was growing up, right? His name was his name is Joey. We'll just leave it at that, right? His name's Joey.
Joe.
He thought he was my dad when I was born, right? He is not my dad. He is the dad of my brother and sister. I did not know that when I was born, right? So that's why I have the same last name as he does, because he was there when I was born, right? His name is on my birth certificate. My actual father, his name is Jose, right? So Jose, when we were asking the Ouija board, because I at around this time had found out that my, I was like, what is my father's name, right? And I was expecting to hear Joey, right? But it said Jose on the fucking Ouija board, told me Jose.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck is going on
too
here?
Deep, yeah.
Yeah. This shit, it was so crazy. And then my other dad, who is like, this one is like my father, right? He's my uncle, my Uncle William. He passed away several years ago, but that's the guy who raised me, just throughout my whole life. So that's my father. So yeah. Whenever somebody's like, what's your dad's name? I always say William, right? So that's my 3 dads story. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was just talking my fucking ass off right there.
Yeah. That'll happen. That'll happen.
Yeah. So
something dramatic happens like that. That'll happen.
Yep, that was it. Do you have any like weird?
No, the only thing that happened with the Ouija story was, you know how you're supposed to say bye to whoever you're talking to?
Yeah, so that way they you close the
door.
Well,
we didn't say bye. Me and my buddy, there's 3 of us on the huh?
You used to play it?
I only did it one time.
Oh, okay.
And then so we were on the piece. There's 3 of us on the piece. And after we got done playing around with it, my buddy, he went to go play dominoes. And then so we were just sitting there, and me and my buddy, hey man, let's play with this thing again. So we jumped back on it. That spirit's still there. And then we were just like, the spirit, he said his name was Al Capone. And so we were playing around with him, like, okay, where's your treasure at? Stuff like that. What's your nickname? Shit like that. And we weren't getting nowhere. And then so my buddy went to go play dominoes. We was like, man, let's try this thing again. So me and my buddy, it was still the same spirit. We're like, man, come on. And we're like, all right. So me and him said bye. And then we're like, so he comes back. He's still on there. And I was like, what do you want? Do you need the other guy to say bye? He's like, yes. And so he comes from playing dominoes. He grabs a piece. Bye. He just swirls it around. Bye. That's what he said. Well, we all got a fucking, me and my buddy that were on it, we got arrested that weekend. Oh, and shit. The other dude, he got in an accident that weekend.
Damn.
Fucking car accident. So we're like, damn, I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But see, we got arrested because it was around Mardi Gras, and we got arrested for underage drinking.
Yeah.
Like, who gets arrested for underage drinking on
Mardi Gras?
Yeah, exactly. The cops are supposed to give you a beer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, what the
But
hell?
the other dude, he got in a car accident that weekend. I don't know if it all ties together with it or nothing, but goddamn, but I never.
That would have been crazy if like the license plate on the other car was like Capone 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Some shit like that.
I'm here. You're like, shit.
Exactly. Get fucked.
But yeah, after that, never mess with one again.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. That's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
Like you actually had like the repercussions of it.
Yeah, because they say you're supposed to say bye, but
yeah, you're supposed to close the door behind you, like make sure they leave. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I heard you can't give those away. like a Ouija board, I heard it always comes back to you unless the person like accepts it. So if like I was going to give you, say I had a Ouija board and I went to give it to you and you're like, nah, man, I don't want it, but I left it at your house.
Yeah,
right?
It wouldn't be there.
That it would somehow make its way back to me. Whether, you know, I don't know how, but whatever. It's somehow going to end back up at my house. Like whether you bring it back or somebody else brings it back or somebody brings me a new one. Like, hey, let's play kind of thing. It always supposed to come back. At least that's the, you know, kind of the lore that I've heard behind it. Unless you accept it. Like, hey, man, do you want this Ouija board? And you're like, yeah, that's cool. And then you're like, cool. Okay, now it's your problem.
Like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just gave you a portal to the fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And there's about 5 of them. Whenever you ever talk to them, say bye to them, because I didn't say bye to them.
Yeah.
They're on that board, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I left about 5 doors open for you, so.
Just,
you'll be right.
They seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
They just want to know what it feels like to be in your body.
Exactly. What it's like to be human.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of some interesting shit that happened back.
Man, I know there's a bunch of interesting Ouija board stories out there.
So I have another weird ghost story. It was, again, when I was very young. My aunt.
I'm glad you grew up, Nick. You know?
What do you mean?
Because, man, you just had a weird young age, man. You know, I'm glad you're grown and mature now, you know?
Yeah. Me too. So when I was young, I grew up in a house with one of my cousins, Michael, and his mom, which is my aunt, Annabelle. And she was, I wouldn't say she was religious, but she was into... I don't want to say witchcraft or anything like that. She wasn't like into witchcraft, but she was very into spirits. Let's just put it that way. Like she was into that side of the world. Like,
okay, talking to spirits,
right? Kinda, but not really. She was just in tune with it, right? And basically she was saying, and this was a really weird thing that happened, was she was saying that the house had a heavy feeling to it. Like something was in the house that shouldn't have been in the house.
Gotta get that sage, man.
Got to get the sage. Exactly. Kind of get the sage, burn it out, whatever. Get the fucking bad juju out, right? And we were sitting, me and my cousin Michael were sitting in the kitchen once. And she was in the kitchen also. And she was extremely stressed about something, right? So she's having her fucking little meltdown or whatever. And she faints, right? She faints, but she faints onto the table. So she's fucking laying there or whatever. And then my cousin is over by the sink, right? And she's on the laying on the table. She sits up fucking immediately. My cousin is fucking panicking because his mom just fucking fainted. I'm standing over fucking by the like by a counter or whatever. And then her eyes are closed, right? Like she's fucking unconscious, like eyes closed. And she starts talking in like a fucking language that I've never heard before ever, right?
Yeah.
And she points at my cousin Mike, right? And I'm fucking like frozen in fear right now. Like what the fuck is going on? My cousin's freaking the fuck out. And he takes off out of the kitchen, right? He runs out of the kitchen. The weird thing is she followed him with her eyes closed, speaking this fucking language with her finger, like as she was pointing, and followed him.
What did Mike do, man?
Out the fucking, he just ran out the room. But then I was
he
fucking
did something
stuck
wrong,
in there.
Man. Mike been messing up.
I don't know, but he pissed off some fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so she followed him with her, like I said, her eyes closed. He runs out the room. And I was like, what the fuck? And then she faints again. And then she sits up and she's completely fine. Like nothing ever fucking happened.
Yeah. Does she remember anything that happened or no?
No, she didn't remember any of it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. So I remember.
And poor Mike is up under the bed.
So I don't know. It was just a really weird thing. And then I remember the same house we were in, similar time. She had brought like a local... I don't know if he's local or not, honestly, because I was pretty young. But she brought a priest over from the house, or from the church to the house, and they did like a blessing on the fucking house. Yeah. And then I remember them telling us, if anybody comes to the door within the next like 24 hours or some shit like that, asking to come in, do not let that person in, because that's literally just like a
hitchhiker.
Yeah. He said it was like a demon or some shit trying to get back to the house, right? Like, hey, if you let me in, I'm gonna implant myself back into your home.
Yeah, he's transporting on, he's hitchhiking on that guy.
Yeah, he's hitchhiking on whoever is trying to, So, and the weird fucking thing about it is nobody ever came to this fucking house. Nobody ever did. Somebody came to the house trying to like fucking sell some shit or whatever that day.
No shit.
And we're just like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, man. I have so many weird little like ghosts.
Man, that's crazy. I don't think I'm never gonna let nobody in my house again just because of that.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tell you? Nope. We can talk out here, buddy.
Can I come inside? Like, absolutely not.
We can talk
not
out
unless
here.
you cross this fucking salt circle.
Exactly. But it's raining. Yep, it's cool. We talk out here. I like the rain.
Exactly. I need you to fucking sniff this sage real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hold the
Chew on
sage,
this
right?
garlic.
This burning sage, and let's talk.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually just found out about the whole vampire thing with why does vampires with silver? Why does silver?
I thought it was werewolves with silver.
So the whole thing is about vampires, why they can't see themselves in mirrors.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No.
And it has to do with silver. So back in the day, silver used to kill vampires, right? Like that was a thing that was used, like silver bullets and things like that would kill vampires. Mirrors back in the day were made with a very, very thin layer of silver. That was what gave it its like reflective properties. Yeah. Right? Was just a super thin layer of silver. So that's why when vampires would walk by a mirror, they couldn't see themselves because it was silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found that out like not that long ago. Yeah. And now it's
start stealing mirrors for their silver now.
I mean, I don't think it's very much.
Fuck copper. We're going after mirrors.
I think mirrors now have like an aluminum. That's what makes it reflective now. I think it's aluminum. I could be wrong on that.
Budget cuts, I believe it.
Yeah, budget cuts. It's not silver anymore. So yeah, that's about all I really got for our ghost story.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. What did it start with? It started with sexual pleasures to hypnotizing to Ouija board.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we bounced around a lot on this one.
Yeah, we did.
That's it. So anyway,
but it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
It all tied together. Yeah. If you have any comments to say about anything that we talked about, because I don't
even if you got a crazy story, really. I just want to hear a crazy story.
Actually, that would be great. Yeah. If you have a really good story that you would like to share with us about Ouija boards or ghosts or anything like that, we would love to hear those comments. Yeah. Do you have any opinions on the Bronny James controversy that's been going on lately?
Do I have
what are your thoughts on that?
You know what? I need to see it. I guess I just need to see it, you know?
You need to see what? Bronny James play?
Yeah. I mean, I know he put a couple minutes in not too long ago, like 2 days ago or something.
Yeah, 2 days ago he played for 24 minutes, scored 4 points.
4 points, 2 steals, and I think 2 rebounds and 2 assists.
And assists or something like that, yeah. So, and then for the second game, he's hurt.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
damn,
he
really?
said
you know, and then injured. Like, I was talking to my son about it. What's it called? No matter what he done, he's always gonna be on their spotlight.
Bronny James?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sure, like, if he would have like skipped college, or I bet in high school he had spotlight on him in high school, probably in college.
Oh yeah.
See, in college you didn't hear much about him in college, but
he was terrible in college, and he had a heart attack his first year or whatever.
Yeah.
So he obviously wasn't playing that year, and then he came back and he didn't play well. He only averaged like 4 points in college.
Yeah.
So that was
he wasn't no starter or nothing.
No, he played for like USC, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he wasn't.
But do you think if he would have, let's say if he would have got drafted in the 4th or 5th round? I don't know how many rounds there are in basketball.
I don't even know if there are that many rounds, dude. I think there's only like 2 or 3 rounds. I don't think so. It's not like the NFL.
Yeah, you don't have that many players. Yeah, you only need a starting 5. You don't need an offensive line, defensive line.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, I don't know how many rounds the NBA had, but
you know what? Let's find out. I'm gonna Google this while you talk.
But yeah, I mean, like, I think if he probably would have fell later round, but depends how many more later rounds there are. But I wonder if there still would have, like, let's say the Lakers would have got him in the 3rd round. Would it still be controversial?
2. There's only 2 rounds.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Each NBA team gets 1 selection in the 1st round and 1 selection in the 2nd round.
No shit. God.
That's it.
Well, all right. And then there's your answer then, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the old hookup system, man.
Yeah, dude, they absolutely. It is the hookup system. My whole problem with what's going on right now is that the media, I feel like, is playing everybody for idiots. They're trying to make it seem like Bronny James earned his position.
Yeah.
And anybody who has an eyeball, or just one eyeball, you don't even need them both, you just need one, can tell you that he does not deserve to be in the NBA right now. He's not that player. He's not like his dad, man. So he's good, but he didn't get those fucking like amazing God-gifted, abilities like his father did.
What would happen? Like, how come he couldn't just try out for the team, after the draft?
I don't know.
Did you think his dad be like, I told you I was going to get you drafted?
Well, I think that's a big part of it too. I think that a big thing was his dad, or a big part of it was that Bronny James, like the kid, his dream was to hear his name called in the draft. Yeah. So the Lakers used their second pick.
Money, man, I can care less as my name is called.
Exactly. LeBron's a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, like, let's be real. Bronny James, his life is set, has always been set from the minute he was born, right? But that doesn't mean he can't have goals and dreams and shit like that, right? He wanted to be like his dad. He's not like his dad, but he wanted to be.
There's some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I mean, so LeBron is not, I don't think he's the GOAT, right? I think he's probably like 2 or 3, right? Depending on how you want to look at it. That's fine. But his son, I don't like what the media is doing right now. I feel like that shit is so disingenuous, how they're just trying to like push this narrative that like nepotism is okay when it's LeBron James. Because other people have been, nepotism has been around forever, right? People have been hooking up their family members since the beginning of time.
They use other.
Like, why is it a problem now?
Yeah, like they use presidents like the Bush. Like, come on, man. They use Bush. I don't like that. To me, you can't compare like all that stuff. But
politics is different than sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Sports is a 100% merit-based activity, right?
Yeah.
You get the position if you are the best person for the job, right? That is how it's supposed to go. Yeah. Not because your dad was the best person for the job. That's not why you get the position, right?
Exactly. That's not how sports are supposed to work.
Yeah, that's not how it doesn't make any sense for it to work that way, which is exactly what happened, right? And the big argument I was seeing was that, Giannis's brothers shouldn't be in the NBA either, but they're in the NBA and on the Bucks because of Giannis, right?
That's all I was about to ask. Did they get drafted?
The thing is, Giannis's brother got drafted by the Nets, right? Or the Knicks. I think his name is like Theonis or some shit like that. He was drafted by the fucking Knicks before he was on the Bucks. And then, first off, when he got drafted by the Knicks, Giannis was a fucking like second-year player at that time. He wasn't the Giannis we know today. He wasn't like the fucking guy, He was literally just a second-year player, like averaging like 10 or 11 points a game, Nothing crazy. So Giannis didn't have the pull back then to be like, hey, put my brothers in the fucking NBA.
I ain't gonna play with you unless my brothers are playing. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like that whole argument, it just kind of falls on its face.
Yeah.
Because they're two completely different things. Now I could say, oh, sure, Giannis used some pull to keep his brother in the NBA on the Bucks. Sure. But that's completely different than having his fucking son, who had a fucking heart attack like 2 years ago, on the fucking team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, look at Del Curry. Del Curry and Steph Curry.
Yeah. Well, what's his face? Was that his dad's name, Del?
Yeah, he played for the Charlotte Hornets. I used to love Del Curry.
But his dad taught him how to play, right?
Yeah.
He didn't get him a position. He didn't use any type of fucking sway to get play. Steph in. Yeah, he's a fucking
can play. Yeah,
exactly. So, in that sense, right? Like, you having a dad who's an NBA player absolutely helps you, gives you an advantage over somebody who's just playing ball, whose parents a fucking mechanic, right? Like, you definitely have that advantage, sure, but to use your fucking power like LeBron James has to get your son on your fucking team just because you want to play ball with your son is fucked up. And like, honestly, I feel it hurts his GOAT argument even more now The fact that he pulled some shit like this, you know, I was like, dude, this is a bad look. I think it looks real bad.
And then, he just signed another 2 years, and his other son's eligible to enter the draft in 2 years.
In 2 years, yeah, Bryce. Yeah. I was like, honestly though, I think Bryce is actually going to be good. Like, I think Bryce is going to be good. Yeah. Bryce is fucking big, dude. Bronny James is like 6'1" or something like that. Yeah. Like on a good day, like Bryce is 6'5", and he's like fucking. He hasn't even hit his second growth spurt yet.
You think what's the name gonna get any minutes? You think Bronny's gonna get any minutes?
I think he will get minutes under two circumstances. One, the team is getting blown out by like 50 fucking points. The Lakers are down by like 50 points. They'll put him in the game. Yeah. Or they're winning by like 50 points and they'll put him in the game. They're not putting him in a game that's close. Like there's absolutely zero.
LeBron's gonna be like, no. And he gonna keep passing his son the balls. You're gonna get the game winner. Lost that game. All right, we're gonna get the game winner tomorrow. You're gonna get the game winner. Lost that game. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't see that happening. I definitely don't see them playing together for their first time at an away stadium or in an away court. You know, it's definitely going to be a home game where Bronny James and LeBron play together. Yeah, you know, they're not going to do that shit at some random ass. Yeah, just might as well. But yeah, so that's all I kind of wanted.
Yeah,
to
like I said,
I just think it's kind of fucked.
I hate to just say anything about it because you know you always wish the best for your kids,
right?
But man, I got to sit back and see what this is about because I didn't follow the dude in college, but I mean I didn't hear much about him in college. But
yeah, but see what you just said though, like you wish the best for your kids.
If this shit failed, now you know, golly,
it's gonna fail. Like, yeah, Bronny's not. It's gonna blow up. Like he's not gonna be a good player or anything like that anytime. He's the best he can be is like a role player. I feel like. You know, and like a mediocre role player.
I was about to say, it can't be much of a. I can't picture him coming off the bench and just having a hot night. You know, like
no, because at his height, dude, he's too small, and like he would have already been showing glimpses of fucking amazing. Okay, he's not Muggsy Bogues. Muggsy Bogues is what 5'5" or something like that, or 5'6"?
No, I think he was like 5'3". I think.
What? Oh, he's that small.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize he was that short. But yeah, I just didn't like how he's too small to be like any like a real effective defensively. You know, no, there's not really any tiny defensive fucking prodigies out there. 6'1", right? And then what? You have to be like an athletic monster to be 6'1", like Ja Morant or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a fucking beast, and I think Ja Morant's like 6'2" or 6'3", and still considered small, right? So fucking for Bronny to be 6'1", I think Jalen Brunson is also very short, but he's amazing.
Yeah,
so that's not Bronny.
Just can't wait for it to start up again, man. I can't wait to see this kid play, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess we'll see it eventually. But like you said, like with you want your kids to succeed. That's what I feel like the argument has kind of turned into, or that's what the people want the argument to be. Yeah. Like they want it to be, you don't like seeing LeBron's, you don't want a father's to have his son succeed, right? And that's not the argument. Like that's not what
that shouldn't be. Yeah, that shouldn't be the argument. Yeah.
No,
because he can always succeed at something. You could have set him up for success at something else.
Exactly. Like the whole thing is nobody saying you can't set your kid up for success. They're saying you can't fucking get your kid to play on a national fucking professional basketball team with you when he doesn't deserve it. That's the argument.
In the only 2 rounds that the NBA has.
Exactly. You get 2 picks.
Rounds. God damn.
Yeah, that's it. 1, 2. They said, okay, we'll take Bronny James in the second pick. Number 55. He was the 55 pick overall. So, and I think there's 64 picks maybe or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, Davey get 2, so.
Yeah, so that would probably be it, right? So that was it. But anyway, I would love to know what your guys' thoughts on the whole Bronny James being on the Lakers situation is. Please leave your comments in the comment section down below. I got back into WoW.
Did you? They let you back in?
They did. They let me back.
They called you up over this long weekend? Like, man, we need some people. Everybody's gone for the holidays. Man, call that dude. What's his name? Fuck. Rambo. What's his name?
That guy.
Ramboss. That's his name.
Yeah.
Ramboss.
Yep, they hit me back up. And honestly, that's kind of how it happened.
You
Somebody
still got that little stick that you earned with us. You still got that stick.
Yep, my legendary
sure
mace, which I will forever. So you can do something now called transmog, which basically means you can make whatever weapon you have or whatever piece of armor, weapon, whatever it might be, look like any other piece of armor or weapon that you've ever owned, right? So if you like how something looks, you can just make it look like something else while keeping the stats of the new weapon. So what I do is I just make every weapon that I use now look like my Valinir, because Valinir was the legendary mace. So I want everybody to know that at some point in the game, I owned a legendary weapon. Yeah, I had it, exactly. Yeah. So everything is Valinir now. But yeah, anyway, they hit me up and were like, hey, do you want to, help us out? One of our healers is gone. Like, do you want to jump in?
I'd be like,
and I was like, sign me up. So, yep, put your boy back in, coach.
And then they just fucking called you back in. All right, man, it's been fun, Ramboss. We got our healers back.
Yep, he came back. So have a good one.
Exactly. We'll call you. Keep your phone open though.
Yeah.
We'll definitely hit you up.
No, and it was actually kind of funny though, because one of my friends from the guild, she's actually the guild leader. Her name is Lix. I think she pronounces it Lixu. So it's Lixue, right? Yeah. So I think it's Lixu. But anyway, she was asking, she's like, hey, where the fuck is your podcast? And I was like, what do you mean?
See, they just don't fucking care about it.
Well, she was saying, she's like,
fucking petty talk, man. Don't fall for it, man.
I eat it up, bro. I eat it up.
Yeah,
so
you did.
She was like, where the fuck is your podcast? And I told her, I was like, oh, you probably you've been listening to the old one. So she was wondering for the last months, where the fuck it's been. So she's under the impression we were still on the talking trash, right? And so she just thought we went on a hiatus forever. And I told her about the new one. So
and
hopefully
she turned around on you like, you left me. And I didn't leave you.
Yeah, but she's cool. I'm a little worried though, because a lot of the guild right now, they are basically so Warcraft has a lot of different types of the game. That there's retail, there's classic, season of discovery, right? Those are the three big ones going on right now. And most of the people who are playing right now in classic are actually from season of discovery. Season of discovery is pretty boring right now, so that's why everybody came to classic. But the thing is, once season of discovery gets good again, all the people who are playing right now are gonna fucking dip out again. So that's what I think is gonna happen, and I'm gonna be all by myself again.
Y'all came back. Hey, wait, where you guys going? Man.
It's like Rambo's back, and they're all like, all right, man. Peace out.
Let's all go run over here. Don't tell Ramboss about it. Whatever you do.
It reminded me of a clip I saw. You ever seen the show Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah.
So it was Malcolm and his family. Show. Yeah, Malcolm and his family would go on a vacation every year for 2 weeks, right? And they would come back or whatever, and everything's normal. But this time they came back a week early, right, from their vacation, and they're pulling up to their house, but the entire block is fucking taped off, right?
Oh, they're having a block party without.
And they were having a block party, and they had a. And the fucking thing is,
they do it every year.
They do it every year when they go on vacation, and they were he was like, hey, they're asking their neighbor hey, what's going on here, why? What's going on with this block party? And the neighbor was like, "Oh, it's just it was a spur of the moment thing. We just decided to do it. A bunch of neighbors kind of got together and just decided it'd be a good idea." And they were like, "Why does the sign say 5th annual?" And he's like, "Oh, look at the time. Got to go."
Exactly. That's the only sign we can get.
That's what it kind of reminded me of when the whole season of Discovery, everybody dipping out again when I show up.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, gotta go."
So you had a good time with them?
Yeah, man, it's fun. I really enjoy playing with them. I have another friend of mine. His name's Dan. I fucking love this dude. And I wish I wish we still had like the same group that we had originally, but obviously people's lives change and like people have real life fucking responsibilities and shit like that. It is an excuse, isn't it? It's weak.
Yeah. I gotta raise this kid. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like...
So Dan is like, he's trying to work or whatever. Which I was like, work? What?
Brother,
Yeah, what? Now
what
you
are
want
you
to
doing?
work? Yeah.
Just fucking raid with me, bro.
Fucking 2 years ago, we weren't talking about work. What's this shit?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Change, man.
You
You
need
change.
money. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just back with the people who want to play. So, I mean, I wish I had, some of my other friends. Like,
How deep y'all rolling? Y'all still got?
It's only
y'all
10
deep?
mans. It's 10 mans now. So we don't have to do 25s anymore. 25s was a lot of people to coordinate. 10 man is much easier to fucking deal with. So it is what it is. I'm enjoying the game again. Hopefully, I can keep running, with people who actually.
Hopefully they don't leave you, man. Hopefully.
And don't leave me hanging.
Not, man. Hopefully you learn your lesson. Hopefully you learn your lesson, man.
That's what I get. That's karma for me dipping out before on the fucking the 25 mans.
Got your little fucking toy and left.
Exactly. Yep. Thanks for Valinir. Peace.
Yeah, I got what I wanted.
I'm out, bitches.
See how y'all do without me.
No, I ran. First off, I did run with them for quite a while when I had Valinir. I just got burnt out and like I was starting to hate the fucking game, so I had to stop playing. But other than that, it was a good time.
Damn.
Good time, and I'm glad to be back. All right, but we should probably continue on with this so we can actually like meet our time requirements. Yeah. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do our question. All right. We're going to do the 1 through 404 questions. Let me pull up the actual document here. So for those of you who aren't aware, I have a large list of questions that I grabbed from the internet. It's 400 plus questions to get to know someone better, right? Because everybody wants to know Mike better, right? So what he does
Nick
is
got some amazing stories. If y'all ain't heard them, man, that dude should be behind bars, right?
So I'm gonna ask him to choose a question or choose a number, and then I will just read him the question and learn what we learn, right? So Mike, choose a question between 1 and 404.
We'll go to 333.
333. All right, let me record that so we don't do it again at some point. 333. Oop. All right, question number 333 is: if I could help you with one unpleasant task, what would it be? What makes me the right choice for that job?
Let me see, an unpleasant task.
Yeah, that I could help you with.
What is an unpleasant thing that I hate to do, man? Man, I live a great life, man. Fuck,
I don't know what you don't like doing either. Like every time you're sending me shit, you're always like, "Man, look at this," and you put up like a fucking awesome gazebo or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't have Cause I got my yard work's already taken. What's the unpleasant? I don't do nothing unpleasant. Like I wouldn't set myself up for failure.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of with you, man.
Let's go into. I mean, like Navy days. There's a bunch of unpleasant tasks. Like hell, just duty alone. That was the most unpleasant.
Okay, let's make it so that it has to be recent.
Recent.
Yeah, something you actually do now, not something in the past. Like something you have to.
Man, I help my son move. Man, moving is an unpleasant task. Matter of fact, I'm decluttering my house too.
Yeah. Okay, so that would be what I could help you with. You think?
Yeah, I think help me declutter this house.
I could probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess you know why you always get somebody else to do it? Because other people don't give a fuck about your shit. So they're like, let's just toss it. And they're like, no, wait, no, go. I do that shit to my dad. I do that shit to my dad. Like, because I bought my house from my parents.
Yeah.
And my parents, they left some stuff here. So I look at my dad. I bought the house. It's been 6 years now. And I told my dad, like, every time my dad comes over my house, he checks my trash can. And I'm like, I catch him on my camera. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's just looking around. I was like, no. I said, if you cared that much about it, you would have got it when you left. I said, it's been 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So moving and decluttering my house. So if I picked you, it'd be perfect because you don't care about my shit. You don't care.
I don't. You're right. I don't care about your shit, but I've helped people move in the past, right? Yeah. And I do understand how people get sentimental towards things, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat to an extent, right? I have known hoarders in the past who just can't fucking throw away anything. Like, these people are fucking nuts, right? But I can definitely throw shit away. But I do have sentimental value on a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
So I get it, but I could definitely help you clean.
Man, because like fucking
yeah, I'm down.
I told you about all my Navy shit. I just threw it all in a box, man. I was like, I don't know what to do with this shit. I just threw that shit in a box.
Get it. Yeah.
Fucking like old Christmas cards. What do you do with those? Just throw them away, right?
That's a great question. What do you do with old Christmas cards? I don't have the answer to that because
I think if somebody took time to write something in it, you probably keep it. Probably for memories. Probably have like a shoebox of it.
Most people only write like, you got a birthday card and they're like, happy birthday. And like,
well, I'm talking about it took some time to write some shit in it.
Oh, okay. Like something
yeah, if somebody took some time to write some shit in it, okay. Like hell, even like you don't have kids, but fucking kids posters, man. Like, what do I do with these things, man? I just toss these things.
That's true. Oh, back to the card thing.
That's why you would throw it away. You wouldn't care. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. You're right. I would throw that shit away without a second thought.
Exactly. FTK, man.
One of my uncles just had a birthday party, and I was at the birthday party, and he is a staunch Republican, right? Like, the dude is fucking just everything is red, fucking MAGA all the way.
Yeah.
And so I signed his birthday card. I gave him a gift
card.
Right,
in a blue pen. He got pissed.
I signed it in a.
Fuck is this shit?
I did sign it in a blue pen, but I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I signed it in a fucking blue pen, and I said, "Love Joe Biden."
Did he rip it up?
Just to fucking get him. But I don't know. But I don't even know how he reacted. But I'm sure he was probably like, "Fucking get this shit out of here."
Oh, but you said okay. So you sent it to him.
I gave him the card, but he didn't open it in front of me.
Oh,
like, it was a birthday party thing, so everybody just kind of gave him the cards or whatever they gave him, and then he opened it later.
Yeah, that one definitely got thrown away.
Yeah, I'm sure he kept the money though.
Yeah, exactly. Keep the money.
That's it. Yep. So I just gave him a gift card and
$100 from Joe Biden. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah, do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So for you, what question was it? Oh, 3 through 3. If I would have you help me. Yeah. So I absolutely already have something for you, and you can help me dust my shelves.
Oh man, I've been dusting, man.
I hate dusting. I fucking hate dusting.
Man, I did not because they remodeled my bathroom.
Oh yeah.
And man, that dust just came out that bathroom. It went into my AC unit and everything. Man, that dust is everywhere. I'm still battling that dust.
Yeah, you jinxed me, bro.
Oh yeah, your AC unit. Yeah,
when we were talking about that fucking AC unit.
I gave you a heads up.
That's what jinxed it. You fucking jinxed it. You told me about
it. Mike, you were right.
The thing is, I already knew about it because I've had it happen before, and we used to pour the preventative maintenance in the fucking hose or in the little drain pipe to keep the algae and shit from growing in there, and it literally just slipped my mind. And then you told me your story about it, and then like fucking 2 weeks later,
I told you as a warning. I gave you a warning, Nick.
I guess you should be a tarot reader.
Yeah, that or fucking the Ouija board told me that, man. Check your AC units. It's been hot this summer. Check your AC units.
Al Capone was like letting you know.
He strikes again.
Exactly.
He fucked up my AC unit.
God damn it, Al Capone.
You got me again, you motherfucker.
I'm just going to blame Al Capone for all the bad shit.
Everything. Yep. Oh, fucking, have you seen that movie? Because I'm not about blaming people. I just watched this movie. What is it? Something Nicky. Stanicky.
Little Nicky?
It has John Cena in it.
I have no idea.
It's something Stanicky. And that's what it was. Is these kids, they used to do a bunch of bad stuff, and they always blame this dude, Ricky Stanicky. They used to always blame this dude. Because it started off, it was Halloween, and they did the little poop bag on the doorstep.
Yeah.
And then, so when they lit it, nobody was home at that house. So it burned down the house. Oh. And so the kids were trying to put out the fire. The costume got put on fire. They wrote a name on the inside the costume, Ricky Stanicky. So that way the cops would blame that person.
Blame Ricky Stanicky?
And so is that a real person? Ever since something happened, they always blame Ricky. The kids always like, oh yeah, that was just Ricky Stanicky.
Yeah.
So nobody knows who Ricky Stanicky was. And then, man, they got out of like fucking baby showers and stuff like that. Like when they're doing stuff with their wives, because when they got older, they do stuff with their wives. Oh man, it's Ricky Stenicki on the phone. He's going through cancer again and shit like that. Oh, go see how he's doing just so they can meet up together. But yeah, man, pretty fucking funny.
That actually sounds pretty cool. I like that. Ricky Stenicki. That sounds good. But yeah, you can help me dust. That's
Why
all
you got dust shelves? Get the air thing.
Dude, I just hate doing it. It doesn't do anything. So like if I blew it off with the air thing, it just blows it up and then it just settles back down.
Right back there. About a week later, it comes back down.
Yeah. So like, what the hell's the point of that? And then it just makes you sneeze and your eyes get itchy and shit.
Oh man.
Like you gotta suck it up. Like you gotta wipe it down and like actually suck it up.
Yeah, that would be my pledge or some shit.
Yep. Oh, lemon pledge. Yeah. When I was young, dude, we used to use that shit religiously. Like lemon pledge was like the fucking shit.
Yeah, that was an all-purpose cleaner.
Yeah, it really was.
You use that shit for everything.
Everything. Like, I don't think pledge is meant for all of these things.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fuck it. Like, it's
wipe down the toilet with this damn furniture cleaner just because it smells like lemons.
Yeah, it's like Fabuloso on the ship.
Exactly. Yeah, it smell good.
That's it. Just put that shit on everything. All right. Anyway, you got anything else? I think we're pretty good.
Nothing. But just if you want to ever come over, man, I got a lot of stuff I'm still decluttering.
Nice. All right, so last question for you. Is there anything you want to share with the group, with the 4 people listening right now?
Man, I just told you earlier today, man, I started watching Your Honor. Great show on Netflix. I'm on episode 4. This is how new I am to it. And I watched it about 4 hours ago. So I just started about 4 hours ago. I'm on episode 4. I was hooked on episode 2.
Nice.
I'm telling you, man. Good. I can't tell you all the inside stories, but man, check out Your Honor. I'm telling you, the first 2 episodes you'll be hooked. They got the dude from Breaking Bad in it, actually.
Which guy? Walter White?
Yeah.
Like, oh, nice. Yeah.
But it's not that character, but I mean,
No, I got you. What is his name?
And it's in Louisiana, so that even makes it better to watch.
I'm trying to remember the actor's name for Walter White.
Don't ask me. I ain't good with
that. Bryan Cranston. That's his name. Bryan Cranston. Yep, that's his name. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
He was also the dad in Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
He sure was. He's a judge in this series.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy though, thinking about how he went from the dad from Malcolm in the Middle to fucking Walter White.
Yeah. You know, and now he's doing dirt in this movie. Or this show.
Respect. For me, all that I've been enjoying is
you're back with the guild.
I am back with the guild, so yes, I've been enjoying that. But I was going to say Demon Slayer, the show. It just finished very recently, the last episode of season. I believe this is 3 or 4. I don't quite remember which season it's on. Anyway,
Demon Slayer, that girl with that harmonica in her mouth.
It's not a harmonica; it's a piece of bamboo. Oh. But yes, her name is Nezuko.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it. She's the demon sister of the main character, Tanjiro.
That's like the Walking Dead chick who walks around with 2 zombies type shit. That's what they do with her.
Kinda, yeah. But she's not a zombie. She's actually like a main character and a demon. Yeah, she was turned into a demon. And basically Tanjiro is trying to undemonify her by killing the main demon in the Demon Slayer world, whose name is Muzan, who also looks like Michael Jackson. In case anyone's wondering.
Shit. Really?
Yeah, he's
I'm about to check out this show now.
It shit's ridiculous. He looks so much like Michael Jackson, it's not even funny. But anyway, the show is over. Like, the actual show is done. They're doing 3 movies from this point on to end out the entire series.
Oh, so so 3 seasons.
Yeah, so however many seasons they did, the show is over. No more episodes, right? And now they're going to finish it with 3 movies. And that's going to be the end of the show. So
that's pretty cool.
Yep, it is pretty cool. They've done a couple movies in between here and there, and the movies are great, right? So I'm looking forward to it. The animation on that show is fantastic. I admit the storyline isn't the greatest storyline ever written, but the animation is fucking 10 out of 10, right? So
I wonder if those movies don't make it to theater.
It does. They always make it to theater. I've watched every single one of them in theater.
Yeah. I know my daughter watches it. That'd be something I can go watch with my daughter.
I'm telling you, it's actually really good. So. For those of you out there who are into the anime thing, I definitely recommend catching up on Demon Slayer. So the last season was only 8 episodes long, so it's not a terrible. Honestly, you could probably watch all of it in probably a weekend. Honestly, like if you really want to binge it, just watch the entire show. Yeah, I don't think it's your style.
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive though. Your friend, your daughter probably is already caught up because it's a very popular anime.
Yeah.
So
I would
not be
she
surprised.
She has the characters and everything in her room.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go.
That's how I know about the harmonica.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a harmonica. It's a bamboo.
I thought it was a scroll. That's what I thought it was.
No, it's just a piece of bamboo on.
I thought it was like a written scroll where it can't fucking do nothing.
What to keep her calm or some shit?
Yeah. That's what I thought it was.
But it's not a bad guess. Honestly.
Yeah, maybe
that's
I should
at least an anime guess.
Yeah, maybe I should have wrote the story.
maybe. But so yeah, that's about it. We got anything else? We're good. Ready to rock?
No, I'm out of my drink.
Respect, damn dude.
Bottoms up.
That. Right on. All right. Well, if you've been hanging out with us for this long, we really would like it if you could like, subscribe, share, comment, do all those things. It would really help us out a lot with the algorithm. If you want to see more of us, you can find us on Facebook and Spotify. And if you just want the audio versions, you can listen to us on actually just Spotify. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, is what I meant to say before. And remember, bad decisions make for the best stories. Peace out.
Peace.
Audio Jungle.